Hello, we're EXILE Parade. I'm Romax.
And I'm Chris.
And you're watching
ROCKNLIVE.
Well, I can't really say what it means, but when you get in a band, you need a name. You know, every band needs a name, otherwise you wouldn't have a name. And we just had a party around that. We used to live in a house, big house together in our hometown, and we needed a name. And we had a party one night and decided that we were going to get a few whiskies in, didn't we?
Yeah, just looking through
and we just
names, like getting books out.
We had loads of books out, dictionaries and everything, and like sort of artist books from, like, you know, Rolling Stones was one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple of John Lennon books, and we were just looking through for words and phrases that we thought, you know, that looks good, and we kept going back to EXILE, because I think, first of all, it's EXILE on Main Street, Rolling Stones album, which we all love, and also we are a bit sort of out on our own, aren't we, in a way?
Yeah,
we like to think we've got this self-imposed exile situation going on. You know what I mean?
The sociable corner.
Yeah, cause you don't. We're not like singsters, like too cool for school type of people. You know, we're all like sat in a corner in our own, you know, in our own little world. You know what I mean? But we are sociable. And then Parade is just what we are. We're just a group of people with instruments, so it just
does make sense.
To us, it makes perfect sense.
And it sounds good and looks good.
Yeah, it looks good on it looks good on posters. You know, the words look good on the poster. I think
Aesthetics.
If it hurts and it makes it better now, tell me what you wanna be. I'll show you why you need to see a better walk with me.
It started off. I used to play football with the other guitarist called Phil. Just training one day, just running on the pitch, just chatting as you do, just talked about music. Realised it's like the same bands and everything, like Oasis, Doves at the time. It's like that, Beatles, Led Zeppelin. And we just met up a couple of Saturday afternoons, just going through songs. I remember there was one afternoon we had the Hindu Times by Oasis. It was like a demo version, but we managed to cut everything else out and just have the drums playing, and we'd just be jamming along to that, just the two of us. Then we dragged Dave in, Phil's brother, who he had a bass guitar. He couldn't play it at the time, but he ended up picking up and finding his way and everything. And
then I'll take it from here. And then I was singing in bars at home, just with me and my mate, just sort of acoustic, you know, covers and stuff, just in the bars, because I wanted to be in a band and I wanted to be a singer, but I didn't know how to go about it, so I was just singing in bars. And then he come up to me and said, I'm in a band and we need a singer. So I said, alright, and I'll come down. So I went down for a few rehearsals, and then just stuck with him. And then we got Gaz came along later, didn't he?
Yeah.
We're looking for a drummer, and we put an advert in the paper, like we wanted like a bicycle or something.
yeah, it was between bikes and fridges.
Yeah. Drummer wanted, and then he just turned up one day, and then that's it, really. Wasn't it? That's it. That's it.
Then we were 5.
It was exhilaratingly exciting as that is. That was it, yeah. Excuse me. When we were young music buying teenagers in the mid-90s, it was all about Oasis, it was all about Blur, Pulp, New Order were knocking about, weren't they?
Yeah.
But there was a massive Britpop thing going on. It was huge, you know, but it was fucking brilliant. It was just unbelievable. I still listen to those albums and those artists and those bands, and it just sends shivers down my spine every time. You know, just the thought of it, because you just think back and you were at school. It was long hot summers. You know what I mean? Not a care in the world. You know, lying in the field listening to What's the Story, Morning Glory. You know, it was just magic. So I think naturally we've all got that 90s British band thing in us. But you know, it does go elsewhere as well. We like a lot of American bands, don't we? You know.
Yeah, it goes like you delve backwards, obviously, to the classics like these Bowie and Led Zeppelin and Beatles, things like that. But then there's been a few more recent bands. We all went to watch the Kills and the Horrors in Manchester, and they've got quite an influence on us a little bit now. Not too much, obviously.
Strokes.
Yeah, Strokes are good. Kings of Leon in the first 2 albums, really good. And that, whatever you listen to does have an influence, whether you force it out, it just naturally comes out.
Sticks on you, it gets on you. It does. Well, it'd be nice to think so. I think, you know, you can't say things like this without sounding like a twat. So I'll just say it. But you know,
yes.
there isn't anybody else out there. British bands at the moment, it's a joke.
Yeah, there's no like Roxy, you know, or anything in the UK at the moment.
It's so bland. You know. So bland. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's like X Factor takes over, and then you get R&B coming over from America and hip hop and all that, and that's all the UK buying at the moment. But hopefully, and it will happen because everything does. It goes round in a cycle, and bands will come back into fashion and everything, and hopefully we'll be at the forefront of that when it all happens. It's just a lot of it's about time.
Oh no, it's for the call. Oh no, 'cause I know you got no soul. You got no soul. You got no soul.
We don't really have what you call processes, do we?
No.
It's all very spontaneous. You know, we hang out together at parties or in our practice rooms or in our house, and we have our fun and we listen to our music, you know, that we like, and then we pick up our guitars and we play, don't we? That's about the size of it.
Yeah,
really.
there's not really that much.
You know, we get a big sort of lump of a tune there, and then we just hammer away at it and chip away until we make it into the shape that we want. But there's no process as such, because we don't really believe in that type of stuff. It's not us. Some bands do. Some bands are calculated, or they might have one songwriter who sort of sits at home stroking away and, you know, musing away over stuff. But we don't. We just throw the kitchen sink at it,
and you'll pick you'll be like jamming for fucking hours on end, and you'll record it, you'll play it back, and you might just pick out like one like drum beat or a lyric from it or a guitar riff, and you focus on that. And then you just everyone just plays around that, and it just comes natural from that.
Just go with the flow. We're always moving up. You know, it's hard in England. It's there isn't really a scene and such as
no,
that. I mean,
we're starting to pick up a bit of momentum, focusing like down in London. To be honest, that's
we're making steps in London to try and build it all up in London more. But when you haven't got when you've got a record label like we have in Holland, so for Europe we've got a label who we can use to put us out there and help us get us out there, but we haven't got that in England. And in England, they don't want bands thinking outside the box. They want 10 of the same as last year. They want everything to be the digestible little pop songs that people don't have to think about. One riff goes round and round and round and round with nothing drum beat, isn't it? With a no voice, just a, you know, like, I met a girl and she's so pretty, you know what I mean? It's just
very
like
inoffensive.
That's all they want, you know. Like, it's just like, oh god. So, you know, you are fighting against it all the time. Because again, going back to the 90s, you had Alan McGee. Now, if Alan McGee didn't exist, then you can wipe probably 10 of the best bands that have ever been out, you know, because no one would have signed them because they were doing their own thing, and you know, he would have signed My Bloody Valentine. You know, no one would have done it, would they? Because it's just so out, you know, off the beaten track, like, you know.
Oh no, 'cause I know you got no soul. You got no soul. You got no soul. You got no soul.
Hello, French fans. I don't know what to say. This kind of thing is, you know, just get the album. If you're not gonna buy it, don't buy it. Download it, because I know you probably will anyway. But as long as you listen to it, that's all we give you shit about. Take it home, turn it up, and listen to it 20 times. And we'll see you soon, Alpha.